Hey guys, Eli here, and on today's video I want to give you guys a little bit of mindset when it comes to buying gold, when it comes to buying silver. Now, if you guys know, I started this channel and I started talking about gold and silver. Now, I know I went into a little bit about stocks, Bitcoin, and all those extra stuff, but I want to talk about the core basics on my belief as far as gold and silver. And to be honest with you, without any further ado, let's just start now. Work. Alright, so if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to help support the channel by hitting that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments down below. Let me know what got you interested in gold, what got you interested in silver and precious metals in general, what are your investment strategies. Let me know, comment down below. So, when I first started buying gold, it was more of, hey, I wanted to save. And to be honest with you, I never strayed away from that thought process. It was never, hey, you know what, I want to make money. I want to make money. Of course, down the line, I needed to make money, but not with gold. So, of course, I wanted to preserve my wealth as far as gold. But as far as to grow my wealth, I looked forward to, I started my own business, which I did, and that's doing well. And at the same time, I looked at the stock market as well, and even crypto. Some people may disagree with that, but in my point of view, I see that. Now, a lot of investors can get confused, especially when you're going online. You see people talking about making money with gold, making money with silver. And then on the other hand, you also have people saying, hey, you know what? Save gold, it preserves your wealth and do all that. So you have a mindset, and sometimes you can be bombarded with a whole bunch of different ideas like, hey, yeah, listen, I want to make money you doing gold. And I personally believe, and I stated this plenty of times on the channel, where I said, if you're looking to make money, if you're looking to grow your wealth, there's tons of other aspects that asset class that you can go to that would make a little bit more faster money. I'm not saying get rich quick, but you can make money faster than you would as far as gold and silver. Now, put this into example. If you were to buy gold in the year 2000, it was $300 an ounce. Hindsight is always 2020, but let's go back to 2000. You have no idea what's gonna happen in gold and silver. You just say, hey, you know what? I want to buy it. You bought, let's say you've bought, in the year 2000, you bought gold, you bought silver, whatever. In the year 2011, had you decide to sell all your 10 years of accumulating precious metals, you would have made a lot of money. But at the same time, it would have took you close to 11 years. Of course, along the way, you would have made some great gains, of course, but it would have took you 11 years to get the full potential of that profit, because around that time gold was close to what, $1,900 when you bought gold at $300 an ounce, and right now you could, in 2011, you could have sold it for about $1,900, right? But that would have took you 10 years. I do believe there would have been other lucrative and quicker ways that you could have made that same amount of money in different assets. But if you were to say, hey, you know what, you want to preserve your wealth, because let's be honest, you're taking your money, you're working for that money, you're putting your time is something that you can't get back. Remember that. You're putting your time to work for that dollar, and if you're saving that dollar for the near future, or say, let's say you save that dollar for 20 years, the amount that you can buy with that dollar 20 years from then, from the time you saved it, goes down in value due to inflation, right? But let's say you were, instead of saving that money, you took that money, you bought gold with it. You bought gold. And I 100% believe that if you saved your money through gold, or you bought gold and you saved it, and to protect the value of that money that you saved, to protect the value of that money, gold would have been the best place to put it. Of course, you could have put it in other investment too, have the same effect. But the way I like to see gold and silver is just a way to protect myself from inflation. Inflation's always going to happen, and it kills me to hear that, hey, I'm saving my money, I put it into a bank account, which banks are offering, what, 0.000.1% interest on the money I'm saving. Well, I can just put it in gold, and it just goes up with inflation. Right? So that was the mindset. It was never about making money for me. Of course, there's ways where you can make money using gold, flipping it. Of course, you would have to be extremely experienced. But I want to talk to the average people that just wants to buy gold and feels like, hey, you know what? There's potential in it. There's potential in it. If I have $100 right now, whatever I can buy with that $100, if I want to save it, I want whatever I can buy with that $100. 10 years from now, I want to buy the same amount of stuff, the same exact stuff with that $100 in the future. Okay, so that's how I view gold and silver. I feel like it's a way for me to protect my money, so I see it as a savings. All right, now with the recent hike up as far as premiums, for me, especially for me buying it at these prices, if I was brand new at like let's say I didn't own any ounce of silver, any ounce of gold, I'd probably be buying it at the prices including with the premiums right now. Because when I started buying, it was around $19 for as far as silver, $1,100 for as far as gold, right? But at that time, there was a lot of people saying, "Oh man, you know what? These premiums are too high," or not even the premiums. These prices are too high because they're used to buying gold at $300 or maybe $500, $900, and they seen these prices, hey, maybe a little bit too high for gold. As far as silver, they're used to buying it at $8. Remember, around that time I was buying it at $18. So around that time, when we're talking about back in 2016, there were people who was used to buying gold and used to buying silver around $8 an ounce, right? If you want to add the premiums, maybe $12 an ounce, all right? So that's the mindset I'm seeing myself in. I'm still buying. I'm just not buying as much as I possibly should. But I'm just holding off on my buying is because the premiums are just a bit too high. But if we're going towards the future, if we're looking towards the future here, we all know one thing is inevitable. You're going to have to pay taxes. Well, that's two things. You're going to have to pay taxes. And at the same time, inflation is going to keep going up. It doesn't matter what the feds are saying. Oh, yeah, we have control on inflation. We have this. It doesn't matter if inflation is going to be 5% to 10% or if it's just going to be at 2% to 3%. The fact of the matter is this. Inflation is coming. Inflation is coming. That's one thing that without a shadow of a doubt, there is going to be inflation. The dollar that I have today is not going to be worth the same amount in value tomorrow. That's one thing that we can set clear. Doesn't matter if it's 5%, doesn't matter if it's 2%. All right? It doesn't matter if it's 2% this year, and 2% next year, and 1% the year after that. That comes up to 5% versus, hey, it's just 5% in 1 year. It's still 5% in inflation. It doesn't matter. One takes a little bit longer to get there. One just gets there rapidly. It doesn't matter. It's coming. It's coming. All right? It's coming. Inflation is going to happen. So the dollars that you're working for today is going to be worth less and less each and every year that passes by, no matter how you look at it, especially with the feds printing more and more dollars. See, the reason I like gold and some reason a lot of people is flocking to Bitcoin is because you can't make more Bitcoin. You can mine more Bitcoin, but there's only a finite amount of Bitcoin in circulation as of today. And in the future, there's only 21 million Bitcoin that's going to be ever mined. There's no more. Now, of course, that's what they say. Who knows? But right now, gold and silver has to be mined out the earth. There's only there's only a small amount of course, relatively speaking. I'm talking about in the grand scheme of things. Okay. Now we're taking gold, we're putting it in computers, we're putting it in and silver, we're putting it in computers, we're putting it in technology. And what do people do with these technologies? Yesterday, I took the 2003 laptop and I threw it away. How much silver does that have in there? Now that's going to the trash can. That's going to the dump yard, right? That's silver that cannot be reconsumed. That can't be recycled. I should have thought of that. I wasn't thinking about that when I threw it away. But that's just my thoughts on things. I do believe that inflation is coming. That's one. That's inevitable. That's going to happen. That's like Thanos. It's inevitable. When you're buying gold, when you're buying silver, you are protecting your value of the dollars that you put into it in the first place. All right? I have an ounce of silver that I bought for $15. I can go sell it today and get $27, $28 because local coin shop right now is selling it it's offering $3 over spot for it. I can sell it for $28, the same amount of silver that I bought for $15 right now. If I had $15 when I bought it 2-3 years ago, I will only still have $15. I'm not saying that's due to inflation. I'm just saying, hey, there's potential to make money on there, but the main core aspect of me buying gold and silver is to protect my wealth in the future. Okay, that's the reason I'm buying it. That's the reason I have bought it. That's just my thoughts on that. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys find me on my social media, Urban Lifestyle 1989, the same as Facebook, and in Twitter is Urban Life 1989. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. Thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful, awesome, most amazing day. I know that was corny. Yeah, trust me. I know.